Hey, we're the Hassalls and we love travelling, but a little pandemic struck the world and now we can't, so we thought we'd show you around our hometown of Canberra and give you some local tips for things to see and do while you're here. It looks like domestic travel's gonna be the go for a while now, and Australians love to hate on Canberra, but we're pretty proud of this place and we want to show you why. Part 1 of this series covered a lot of things to do actually inside Canberra, but for today's video, we're going to get outside of Canberra a little bit, so jump in the car and follow us. So we're now headed on the way out of Canberra to the south to a place called Corin Forest because I'm playing some music there today. That's my full-time job, is playing music. And Jesse's along for the ride.
Yeah, love it.
So it's about 45 minutes from Queanbeyan, probably from the centre of Canberra as well. And it's just kind of a nice little wilderness escape in a forest. And you can go snowboarding there on a very beginner slope, or you can bring your kids and go playing in the snow. Australia had bushfires earlier this year. A lot of this country up around Corin Forest was pretty severely affected, so you'll see a lot of burnt trees in this area at the moment. But it's 2020, the year of the pandemic and the hell bushfires, so you know, anything could happen by the time you're here. And we're here. Time to set up.
Thank you. See you next time.
And that's a wrap. You can see right here behind us is some of the fire damage from the fires earlier this year. They came pretty close to the actual snow resort across the road. Must have been a stressful summer out here at Corin Forest. So this here is the pine forest where one of my music videos was filmed. It's called Like Snow. I'll link it below. It's on my music YouTube channel. But imagine this, all snowy and beautiful, because it was a pretty hectic snowstorm that day. Kind of freezing, but it turned out really cool, so check it out.
In a magic land with tall pine trees, the lesson learned still stays with me. I'm a snow globe I can't see a thing with you around.
It was actually a different day to the rest of this segment of the video because I'm up here at Corin Forest playing music again, but today Gibraltar Falls is open, so we decided to pop in and have a look. It's pretty cool. You can actually climb on top of the actual falls here and hang out, play about in the water, and yeah, pretty cool spot. Wait. Here's the view of the actual falls. Watch your step indeed. Not planning on dying today. What a view. Hi Nick.
That is a kidney stone. God's kidney stone.
When the boys have to see what's on the other side of the rock.
Is there anything different on the other side of the rock? There's a bigger rock. There's a bigger rock, and we got to get to the other side of the bigger rock.
Alright, back to the car. Gibraltar Falls is on the road up to Corin, so it's easy to just duck in on the way home. You may as well, unless it's closed like it was the first time we came here. So this one's just over the border. If you look over there, that's the ACT, and this is New South Wales. But this is a favourite little walk if you happen to be in Queanbeyan, because it's cheaper to stay here. Fun fact. This is Australia, folks. It might seem unassuming at the moment, but a little bit further down the track, there's a bit of a wonderland.
Ooh.
At the moment, we're just walking past the railway line.
Sounds alright.
So much history in this cute little riverside plot.
It's a good day. It's definitely a good day to not have work.
I hear there's a platypus who likes to play here, but I've never actually seen him myself. I guess he must be shy. Anyway, this is what we call Queanbeyan Beach. I don't know if anyone else calls it that, just we stumbled on it one day and now it's the beach.
So bright.
Which is laughable when we're so far inland. In autumn, all those trees up there were a beautiful shade of yellow, which I'm sure I have a picture of somewhere, so I'll insert it. Bit sunny for you, is it?
Yeah.
Someone couldn't find their sunnies before we came out here. Where do you think they might be?
That worked.
Typical. Guys always leaving their belongings somewhere. This is another spot that probably looks a whole lot better in autumn. You can tell it's winter. We've been learning French during isolation, so any opportunity to jump on Duolingo. Hashtag not sponsored.
Learning to read, failing at speaking. Je mange. Je mange.
So the nice thing about this track is that it pops out right near McDonald's. Or you could start it from the CBD side and head for a little walk to the railway station, which is on the other end of this track. And is very cute. Very old school, cute Australian railway station. So Kingsleys is a Canberra, locally owned chicken and chip shop. We usually just come for the chips. They say themselves, awesome chips. Usually I would put my chicken salt that I take with me everywhere on them, but I don't take my chicken salt on walks.
I can tell you, that the chicken is amazing as well. But I've already eaten it.
Yeah. I'll insert his reaction to the chicken.
This is everything to me. Oh, a bit bone.
If only I could eat it. It's not all gluten-free, that's why I can't eat it all. So that was a little walk around Queanbeyan. We're back home now with the Kingsleys chips. I've got chicken salt on them now.
Perfect.
I don't know if we said, but Queanbeyan's just a small country town that's right on the edge of Canberra, just outside the ACT, which is the Australian Capital Territory, or the state that is a little circle around Canberra. And it's where we live, if you hadn't guessed that. You can get your Kingsleys chips in Queanbeyan, or you can get them at several other places around Canberra, but since we were already on a walk, we thought it would be good sustenance.
Indeed. Delicious.
On to the next thing to do.
What's that?
So I caught wind of a bakery in Yass that makes gluten-free stuff on Thursdays and Saturdays, and we're going to go pick up an order that I made a couple of days ago. If you can't have gluten, then you'll know exactly how much of a big event it is to find a bakery that does gluten-free pastries. Don't mind all the stuff in the back, by the way. It's a casualty of me being a singer with sound equipment and Jesse being a drummer with a lot of drums. There's always something in the back of the car. Yass is a town that is about an hour or so from Canberra, headed towards Melbourne, not Sydney, so you might come through it or near it, bypass it if you're coming from Melbourne. It's also the town in Australia that featured on a Queer Eye online episode on YouTube, because it sounds like Yass. We're going to head to a winery later today while we're on the trip. Make it worthwhile. Plus cheese boards are life. We're here! Goodies time! Here's some of the goodies that we got. Donuts. Another donut, although the cream's gone a bit everywhere on that one. Cheese and bacon pull apart. Could have had that for lunch. So the pie. And then my sister has gotten mostly the same stuff as me. She got some pies and sausage rolls. And she also got some eclairs. Did you know that one of Jesse's special talents is walking in water? Just kidding. I mean, how cool does that look? It's so glassy as it comes over the side. Can't get enough of it. Yes, you've turned it on. This is my first time to Yass, and I didn't know if it would necessarily be worth recommending, but it's pretty cool. So if you're in the area doing some wineries, for sure come and check it out. There's even a cool little swing thing for the kids to go on. And lovely indigenous art underneath the bridge here. I'm impressed, Yass. You're pretty cool. As I said before, this is my first time to Yass, but Jesse used to live here, so we're going to find his old place.
Ages ago. We used to skateboard down this hill from up there, straight through the intersection without checking if there was cars. It was smart. 20.
That's where little Jesse used to live.
20, 30 years ago? 30 years ago.
He's older than he looks. There are heaps of great cool climate wineries in the Canberra region, especially around Murrumbateman and Lake George, so we couldn't resist dropping into one on the way home from Yass. This one was called Shore Wines, and they were doing seated tastings for safety reasons. We particularly liked the Shiraz, and we bought a bottle, because why not? The cheese was also delicious. I do agree, it's always cheese o'clock. There are plenty of other wineries in this region, so you could easily spend the entire day sampling wines and foods from the local Canberra area. And I think that's going to be it for this vlog. If you enjoyed the vlog, please hit subscribe and the like button and the bell and all of those things so that you'll know what we're doing when we're doing it, and come on more adventures with us, because I'm sure there'll be a bit more in the Canberra region that we'll be showing you in the coming weeks, months, however long it takes before any borders ever open again. I'm Dana, this is Jessie, we're the Hassalls. See you next time!
Trucking water. Trucking.